Okay, gents, the stream has started. We are now live. Your voices are live on YouTube, so just take note, please. Welcome to everybody on YouTube. I haven't set up everything yet, so I'm still busy. If you just bear with me, I'm doing that top bar that you guys can see there. We're going to put EDDK, and we're going to LIME. And it should change there, yep. And now I need to get my routing. Copy and paste. Yeah, it's amazing. Let me get SDKP onto the screen there quickly. You can see we're starting in the rain and everything, which is nice and wonderful. And then we're going to fly out of the weather and we're going to go down to Bergamo. There's no satellite rain displayed there at the destination. So far so good. All right, we are in the latest Zibo, and we are using default for all the rest. And as far as I know, I do have authos here, Uncle John. Yes, it looks like it. There's authos here. Yes. Well, the authos itself doesn't show the wetness, no, but the airports still show it. You see, that wetness, dampness is one of the things that, you know, there's no texturing or something on the authos that will allow it to show the wetness. Okay. That's also why we're waiting on the new Explain 12 version. Anyway. That's that. Good morning, Rob, and also good morning, Tommy. I know you're here with us, but I see you did type there. Hello, Andy. Hello, Just. Kies, Mac, Tommy, and Uncle John. We're all here. Right. Okay, I've started. My gosh. We need to export this thing and log it on Iveo. Flight level 310, it seems. And I just want to double check there's no step climbs. 310 it is. YouTube. Okay, / YouTube. And Skymatix. This one. Submit. Right, that's done. Hello, Krister. Right, let's export these flights. Export. Find it quickly. That's the one. That's the one. Let's do this. Get rid of the excess. That's done. The dogs are going crazy. The fan is on. Kom sit gou die fan af toe. Okay, guys, give me a second. The UPS is moaning. I need to get the fan off. Right, I'm back. I see every now and then it's like we just push the UPS to start, you know, 1 or 2 volts or amps too many, and then it starts moaning too much. Right. Where's the line? Kind of makes me feel that's the line. I'm not 100% sure. Gotta wait the taxi out of this place. I'm guessing we'll make a U-turn if we have to. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm just guessing because from here on we should be able to take that route out somewhere because as far as I know we're going that way for
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
Hi Rob, other Rob. As far as I know that's where we're going to. So let's just we'll figure it out when we get there. Somewhere there we need to. Oh crap, no, that's wrong. We need to go there. I made a mistake. Oops.
Ground to
That's
cockpit.
better.
Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
The other thing I have not done yet is to make my Avitab route. Description from clipboard. Right. That's been blessed. Right, let's get going. Hey HD, welcome. Good morning. Good morning, Andrew. And we need to be at 800. Over there. Switch it on. Yes. Is anybody flying on Ivea with me today? Is it worthwhile going on to Ivea, or are you guys not flying with and I don't have to go on Ivea?
I'm not on IVO.
Okay. Oh, let's connect. Let's just see what happens. We can always change. Pimple. Okay, well, he's following. Thank you. Only thing I don't know is whether that is actually a Twitch notification, the YouTube one. Right. Step through, that's fine. Let's go do the rest. Oh, you know what I haven't done? Bet you don't know what I haven't done. Alright. Yeah, I haven't put fuel or load or anything in there. Listen. It's supposed to be the ground crew guys that look after that stuff, the load master. I'm the pilot. You will see him sit here trying to keep his calm.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
Starting refueling, Uncle John. Of course, I remembered. Imagine I did not remember. It would have been catastrophic. So now I can use the plan fuel feature and check everything. Right, okay. Reserves. Yeah. Adrian took my concentration with the car story, but he fixed it so nicely. I had a friend of mine. I call him a friend because we've known each other for a while now. He's an auto electrician. He came to my house this morning to fix the air conditioner in the car. Because that is what happened was we were driving at night. Yeah, Uncle John, not your fault. I'll tell the guys. I'll put my hand up. There was a blinking pothole in the a road which I didn't see, and it was dark. Yeah, Uncle John says it's 4 foot deep. Well, almost, Uncle John. And I hit it with a car the other night. And the moment I went through that pothole and we got that jolt, the stupid aircon stopped working, so he came to fix it this morning. And anyway, so that's where the joke now comes from. He took my concentration. But anyway, he did a good job. Just fixed very quickly. Good morning, Mark. Good morning. Welcome. Right, we want to be at 310. Anyway, listen. I am a bit mellow. I am taking it just slowly. Please don't get frustrated because I'm taking my time, but there's no point in rushing right now. So unless you tell me, hurry up, I'm just going to continue as is.
Ready for pre-flight procedure.
Thank you, Linda. Do your thing. Doesn't matter, it's still loading. In fact, it's done loading.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
You see. Now, you guys must remember, now we need to go back. We need to take that 5.5 out of there, otherwise we get wrong readings. So, oops, no, that's not what we want to do. We want to press delete and then there we go, and then re-execute it. If you don't do that, you can have a problem because it takes all your calculations from the plan instead of the actual. So you guys must be very careful. Now we just need to reset these speeds. Come on. All right, so that's done.
Good morning.
Hello. Hey,
Hello. I'm fine, and you?
Also good. Nice to be flying again. I'm a bit
Yeah.
sad, Hakan. I'm really a bit sad.
Why? What happened?
No, nothing's happened yet, but this is my last Saturday morning with Uncle John here for this year, so it's kind of a bummer.
No problem. He will come back again and again.
I hope so.
But sometimes you need to visit him as well. You need to go with your family to his house.
Hakan, I'm just waiting for you to sponsor that, my friend. You said, remember 2 years ago already, you said you'll pay for it, but you haven't come around yet.
I see.
Yeah. Anyway, Hakan, we can talk about that afterwards. I'll give you my bank details and stuff again, because I promise you, I think
Okay.
you lost it already again.
Okie dokie.
Are you flying with, Hakan?
Yes, I am going to try catching you.
All right, okay. Oh, yeah, I will, yes. All right. Starting my APU.
Oh, almost impossible to catch you.
No, take your time. I'll wait a minute or two here, and I'll wait a minute or two as I taxi. I'll do it slowly. You've got about 10 minutes, Hakan.
Okay.
Ground to cockpit. Toes driving up.
Right, so we're below 10 degrees, so we'll use the anti-ice as we should. And that we don't need fluid, so it's fine. And we do this before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
Okay, All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Set parking brake.
It's set.
Before start procedure complete.
Thank you, Linda.
Ready for before start checklist.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
I don't think there's anybody else here at this airport right now. Let me just check.
Starting pushback, and you may start the engines.
Rob, no, the reason is the APU has got its own built-in pump. So to run the APU for 5 minutes or maybe 10 minutes off its own pump is not a problem. It becomes a problem at hot and high conditions or, extreme conditions, maybe cold, and then obviously prolonged periods. If you're going to run the APU for half an hour, at a time, then rather start it with a fuel pump, just to assist it. It will prolong the life of it. But technically, also, you can start the engines without the fuel pumps because it's gravity fed, You just can't fly without it. That's dangerous. So those are just small little technical things. That's already built into the Zibo Mod. Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine.
Thank you, Linda. Kakaka, good morning.
N2. Starter cutout.
Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine.
Huge puddles, eh?
N2.
You can see it's rained.
Starter cutout. Engine start procedure complete.
Operation complete. Please set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Ready for before taxi procedure. Flaps 5 set.
Tower is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. I'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Right, let's go.
Taxi lights on.
Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure. Before takeoff procedure complete. Ready for before takeoff checklist. Stabilized.
Toga.
Takeoff thrust set. Throttle hold. V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
But that wind under that wing, unfortunately. Yeah. Here we go.
Acceleration altitude. Flaps 1 set. Approaching transition. Flaps up and set.
Morning, Steve. Welcome. And Richard, I see you there now as well. Morning. Also, it does make a big difference.
Transition altitude.
Mr. Approach, yes it is. I just brought my Explain 11 stuff in here now, just as a placeholder while we're waiting for, you know, proper Explain 12 orthos. And it makes a huge difference. Huge difference.
What
Oh,
are
look
you?
at this. Sorry?
How are you?
I'm okay. I've just taken off,
Good.
Hakan.
Good.
Flight level 100. Landing lights switches off.
Good morning, Peter. Tommy, the answer is to use the bottom detent in the throttle. So when you pull your throttle all the way back, it stops. That's your idle position. Then if you press it down, there is a switch at the bottom. And all you do is you map that bottom switch to be the reverser. And if you see in my Zibo install guide, that's how I put it in there, what you can map. It's listed there. That's my settings that I'm using. Sitting in a real aircraft. Oh, that's nice. I have to put my foot on my bass speaker to hear the same or feel the same rumble.
Are you Cola?
I'm pilot. Today I'm pilot. This afternoon I'll be Cola.
Okay.
If you get stuck, Tommy, come back. Then I'll show you. But then we do it on Discord here so we can share screens. Okay.
I will be online in 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
Is Uncle John there?
Yes.
How he's going?
He's okay. He's resting, huh?
Resting.
Yeah.
When his flight is?
Tomorrow evening.
tomorrow evening.
Yeah.
So sad, so sad.
Yeah.
Are you gonna fly tonight?
No. Tonight we're going
No?
out. No, we're going out.
Okay.
Uncle John and I said we're going to the casino. We're going to play the one-armed bandits until we win $1 million. Then we buy a house that's big enough so he can stay here. That's the
I
plan
see.
at least. Whether it will work, we don't know. But we got to try.
I see. There is still a chance. Of course, you can do that.
The mic. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Now I'm not muted. I had to tell Uncle John something, so I just quickly muted all the mics. Sorry. Oh, Christer, that makes sense, man. That makes sense. Christer, I've just put my subwoofer here on full volume, and I like it. But the first thing that happened is my son shouted at me, "Is that going to play the whole time now?" Yeah, I put it here next to me to remind me. We have a wooden floor, Christer. So I'm also in another room, but the wooden floor is also now acting as a bit of an amplifier. Yeah. Yeah, the resonance is going a bit further than just the obvious. Yeah.
To level off.
1,000 to go.
Hey, Owen. Right, we're in the cruise.
Are you?
Yes, just
Good.
reached the top of line. Yeah. Mark, if I win $1 million in rand, it's not that much, to be honest. $1 million in rand. Let me tell you how much it is in dollars to basically put it into picture. Yeah, it's about $50,000. It's not money. It's Mickey Mouse money, but it sounds a lot because it's in a useless currency. You know, it's just a terrible currency. So yeah, it's smoke and mirrors, man. But it can be a good down payment on a home. You see, now I'd love to buy a new house this year and move to a bigger place. So that'll be a good deposit, you know, to get going. It's not going to cover the whole bloody house even. It's literally just to get your foot in the door. So no, I won't be able to. But I can tell you one thing: if I can get like $1 million, that's going to change the situation. I've already spoken to the owner of the business here in South Africa. You know, obviously it was said in jest, but there is truth to the story as well. When we had our meeting a week or so ago, I said to him that if I can get the money, I want him to actually build me a proper CAA certifiable Zibo Mod. And obviously he said, yes, you know, if the money's right, he'll do it for me. And I mean, they build it, that's their business. They build certified sims. They haven't done a Boeing yet. They've done all kinds of different propeller and turboprop, you know, type of aircraft that they use in real world flight training and sell to flight schools all over the world. So the guys are pretty clever, and I think to have the Zibo in their arsenal is going to be to their advantage as well, you know, but that's going to require at least, you know, a couple of dollars, not rand. The rand, nah. Yes, no, I know exactly which one you're talking about. There are different versions of them available. In fact, I follow quite a few manufacturing businesses all over the world. And there is some pretty neat equipment that you can actually buy as a home cockpit. That's already pre-configured. You just have to put it in place. But one of the reasons I want these guys, Flight is their name, to build it for me is because I like the way they do it. I mean, we spent quite a bit of time, me and Uncle John, looking at their sims and looking under the hood at the mechanics and the electronics, and they've got 250-degree field of view. I mean, you can literally sit and see that. And you don't even know you're in a sim. You can literally see. It doesn't have like it stops over there and there's just a blank wall. They really wrap it around, which is something I've missed in some of the other sims that I went to visit. You know, so the guys are pretty good, and I'd like to support them, you know, because also they only use, for commercial and certifiable sims, they only use X-Plane. So the Zibo Mod is like just a natural evolutionary extension for them. I did, Owen, and I answered the question. I saw that.
How much you need, Nico? I am going to write cash for you.
Check. Check or
Check,
actual
yeah,
cash?
yeah.
Okay, cash check.
Check, yes.
What do you call your currency? What do you call your currency?
Turkish lira.
Turkish lira.
Yes.
Well, you're about as bad as the South African rand. So can we make it 5 million at least?
5 million Turkish lira.
Yes.
It is about 2,500. No.
It's about 250,000
250,000. Yes.
dollars. Yes, exactly. Yes. You see, now then we can start talking already. But anyway, your currency and my currency are almost on par with uselessness. So anyway.
Why it is like that?
I don't know. I'm not a financial person. Anyway, you're welcome, Christer. Okay, Erwin, it's very simple. The APU comes with its own built-in pump. So if you use it for 5 or 10 minutes at a time, you don't need extra assistance. If you're in a hot and high condition or an extreme cold condition, or you run it for like 30 minutes at a time, put the pump on, you're going to prolong the life of the built-in fuel pump that's in the APU. If you don't, I mean, most airports now, because of this whole green movement, do not want you to run your APU more than 5 minutes. And if that is the case, then, you know, you're going to find fines and all kinds of things coming your way. So, you know, you just play it with it. But, I mean, technically, it's got its own pump. You don't need it. It's the same with starting the engines. You don't need a fuel pump to start the engine. It's gravity fed. But it's going to be stupid to fly without the fuel pumps because you could get fuel starvation and a flame out. So, you know, there's a couple of technical points that you need to keep in mind. But the Zibo's got it covered, you know, so it's already in place. Eugene, now I can't remember if I said hello. If I said it the second time, anyway, good morning. Welcome. Mark Jones, yeah, Michael, I like his I've obviously known about him for many years now. And I mean, that's Zibo based and X-Plane based and all. And he's got a pretty neat setup there. When it's an SOP coupled with the version of the Boeing that you have, you know.
Are you disco?
No, man. I already told you.
Okay.
Oh, while we're waiting. We're almost at top of descent, 160 nautical miles, Hakan. So I'm going to start prepping.
I couldn't start yet.
Okay. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted.
I grab myself a cup of coffee. I'm away from the cockpit.
No, it is not
Okay.
allowed. No, no, you cannot do that while you are flying in the cockpit.
I'm sure
I can. Linda is my co-pilot, so what can go
Yes.
wrong?
It doesn't matter. What if you spoil your coffee to your desk?
Ah. Hakan.
Yes.
He's a professional. You must watch him. He can handle it. Eugene, the crossfeed function works. It's always worked well for a long time. I've used it quite a bit. There is unfortunately not a really big imbalance, but we can create one and then solve it. So you see there, it's going out of balance slowly now. We'll let it run to about 165 and then we'll balance the other one again. Yeah, Eugene, it's very easy. Okay, the first thing that you do is you switch the crossfeed on, because if you switch the fuel pumps off before the crossfeed is in place, you're going to starve the engine. It's going to die. It will stop, you know. So what you need to do always is you need to do the crossfeed first. Then you switch off your pumps. Now, in this instance, when we go back, the first thing that you do is you switch the fuel pumps on and then you switch the crossfeed off, all right? And you have to do it in that sequence, because if you switch this thing off and there's no fuel going to it, you're going to lose your engine. So in this case, now we've got a crossfeed requirement because there's too much fuel on the left side compared to the right side, and we want to balance them out. So the procedure would be switch the crossfeed on, wait for the light. Okay, now it's working, and then what you do is you switch those pumps off, so the right wing in this case will stop sending fuel. Okay, and it will then pull the fuel from the left. All right, and now we just wait until they're in balance, and then we switch the fuel pumps on first, then do the switch over. It is common sense, Uncle John, to a point, but the fact of the matter is, if you do it wrong, you have a problem. So you see, now it's in balance. So what we do now is first the fuel pumps, and then you turn the crossfeed off. So initially, it's first the crossfeed on, then fuel pumps off. When we return, it's first the fuel pumps on, and then the crossfeed off. And then you can see they're in balance now. I did it once. Yeah, by mistake. Just changed the sequence and I go, oh no. And then I had to dive. I did the windmill start then. I was like at 37,000, so I had room to go, because you need to be at about 300 knots to get the windmill to start the engine. Otherwise, you need to go below 24,000 to get the APU on. So the windmill was it. Just nose dive.
Are you?
I did.
Yeah.
I'm back, guys.
Wonderful. Welcome back.
Welcome back. But you are so lucky I'm not going to report you to airline, okay? You can drink your coffee in peace.
Ooh, thank you.
You're welcome. Another time, please don't announce what you are drinking while you are flying.
Hakan, you're looking for trouble. He's going to come over to Turkey and he's going to sort you out.
Yeah.
You also have the latest Explain 12 update,
Ready for
Eco?
descent procedure.
1R1, I think, is the latest one. I have that. I didn't hear of another Explain update since the last 2-3 days.
That's the one I meant.
Eugene B, the cut-off is 450 kilograms. So if you have more than 450 kilograms, then you take off with the actual center pumps on. Right. If you have less than 450, then you go for your procedure. That's how we were taught. It's an energy thing, Uncle John. It's going to give you energy now.
Uncle John, don't do that. Don't do that, Uncle John.
All right. Okay. Another thing about the Zibo mod and about the new generation NGs, okay, is it's got it's got fuel protection, but there's a specific word for it. Dry run protection. Okay. So even if you run out of fuel and those lights come off, it's not going to damage anything. In the old days, there is actually a placard, and believe it or not, it is in the Zibo mod. I'll show you. You go to placards, yes, there. So, okay, in this one it doesn't work. I'm not sure why not. Maybe it only works in X-Plane 11. I don't know, we'll have to ask Gary about it. He made it. So, the fact of the matter is that fuel pump placard, you'll see in a lot of the older Boeings, they don't have the run dry protection, all right? And then there would be somewhere there, usually somewhere there, there's a placard announcing the fuel issue. You know that this aircraft doesn't have the fuel protection, which means that there's a different SOP. Now, if you go to the FCOM of the older generation aircraft, you'll see, I think there were 11 times that you had to ask the question, is it the right time to switch it on? So there were times where 11 different times, I think if I remember correctly, that you would either have the pumps on or off, and it would all be around the straight and level versus the up and down, ascending, descending. Because in the old days, before they had the run dry protection, if those pumps ran dry, they would burn out, okay, they would seize. And with the new generation stuff, you don't have that. So instead of the 11 times of asking the fail-safe question, now there is only like 3 times. I think it's 3 times that you ask the question. And it's all, you get 2 different standards. You get the 900 kilogram standard or the 450 kilogram standard. In the Zibo, it's 450. Okay. And as long as you've got more than that, it's safe to run it. But even if you run out, doesn't matter when you run out, the run dry protection will protect your pumps. You know, you don't have the same thing that you had in the older generation.
Really?
Yes. What the hell is now? It's that UPS. It's complaining again. We don't have anything else to switch off. Guys, if I lose the power and I do lose the stream, I do apologize. It stopped now again, but every now and then we can hear it. It's complaining. There's too much power being drawn or something. It's quiet now, Uncle John. Oh, look at the Alps.
That's nice.
That is very nice. Wow. That is really nice. Right, I've started my descent, Hakan.
I have just opened my flight simulator, sir.
Okay.
Let's come back.
Ooh, Peter. We just flew over Peter. Hello, Peter.
Waving.
Yeah, we're waving.
See, it's waving.
I bet he did, Uncle John. I bet he's grinning, smiling, because he knows those two crazy pilots going overhead.
Do you call me crazy, sir?
I was talking about me and Uncle John. I will forgive you this time. You're exonerated. Hello, Tony. Yeah, Zibo, I can tell you one thing. Zibo really is going all out to make it realistic now. Mark, my zoom level usually is 16, but I've set it to automatically bump up at a 10 nautical mile radius around airports. It will go up to 17, but the base, the big gross number of tiles is actually 16. And I tell you what, it makes a huge difference in storage. I've been able to put so much more orthos on compared to what I used to have when it was only done in 17. That looks so real. Look there. Yeah, well, you don't need it at this when you fly at this level at 17. So, yeah. And disk space. Because where a 16 tile is maybe a 2 or a 3 gig tile, a 19 zoom level tile is going to be 12 to 15 gig for one tile. It's a hell of a big difference.
Here we go. I'm getting online.
Okay. Rob, I did tutorials on it. Here on my YouTube channel, you'll see there's 3 videos I did. It's basically just a setting in your Auto for XP settings. If I can find it quickly, I'll show you. Give me a second. Let's see if I can find the screenshots or something for you. I'll show you. Don't fall, Uncle John. Don't fall.
And with regard to what Nico's on about, highly recommend Nico's settings.
Are you, Uncle John?
Excuse me.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm just trying to tell the guys something. I'll be back within a sec. With regard to what Nico's saying about the orthos, Nico did a setting for himself, which I use, and I would highly recommend it. And that's for the orthos for XP. base, as he said, 16, and with the radius of airports, with Nico setting 10 miles of the airport, it goes up to 17. I personally reduced that to 7 miles and saved myself a bit more space, but that's up to you. But I would highly recommend that setting.
Right, so there it is on the screen. So high zoom level at the airports is true. You switch that one on. You give the extent, so that's the radius, so 10-mile radius around the airports, and that is where it needs to bump up to. It goes to 17. You can make it 18, 19, whatever, as long as there's coverage. You can't put a number in there, let's say 19, and then there is no tile available at that zoom level. You know, it's going to be nonsense. It won't work. So that's those top 3. If you look at my videos, you'll understand why I've highlighted certain things, and I obviously go into great detail, you know, why you would want them. But those 3 there, that's what we're talking about. No problem. Welcome. Kies, it's me, Kies, and Joost. Thank you. Stay well, Peter. Look how nice that looks. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I didn't copy it. Technically, I just made a shortcut. So I just, you know, I'm pointing all the shortcuts in Explain 11 custom scenery to where they are located. It's just a shortcut, but it is, in essence, this is the Explain 11 orthos that I'm using in Explain 12 now. It's not perfect. It's like 99%. And for me, it's good enough to use at this point in time. Yeah. And yeah, these are all homemade orthos, so it doesn't include my Orbex stuff. I haven't put any Orbex from Explain 11 stuff in my sim. One of the problems that you have, for instance, is you don't see the water puddles. And there's a couple of other things. The shorelines is still a problem. It's much better than it was in the beginning of Explain 12. But It's like I say, it's not perfect. 99%, it's good enough for what I use it for.
Flight level 100. Landing lights switches on.
Yes, Mark, I hope so too. With X-Plane changing so much in a relatively short time, I think a lot of the guys, I mean, we did the same, were holding out for stability. X-Plane needs to settle what they want and how they want it done before anybody can really seriously develop for X-Plane 12. Because now with all the scenery packs, layers and stuff changing, and I mean, nobody wants to do double work, you know. So I think a lot of guys have been holding back because of this. Yeah, lots of guys are still holding back because it's not settled yet. There's too many things that's not settled. It's not cast in stone yet. Once they say, this is the mold, this is X-Plane 12, it's cast in stone, you'll see it change. Oh, my sim is frozen up. Damn it. Yeah, my sim froze up completely there for a second. Wonder why.
Approaching transition.
Yeah, probably Steve. They can't really take much longer than that, but yes.
Transition level. Ready for approach checklist.
Mark, we all feel the same. It's very sad. Oh, you know what? I've never completed this. This needs to be at 282. Yeah, 282 as well. While we're at it. Okay. Frequency 1087, 1087, 1087. That's just pure absolute luck. I didn't program that, so that's pure luck. Well, Mark, I've known Andrew for a long time. I'll speak to him again at some point in time, but I do say I agree with you. It's not a dumpster fire. It is difficult and it is frustrating for sure, but it's not that bad, man. You must just relax. Everybody must relax. When 2020 was released, they released it with over 1,500 bugs in the bug tracker. They just closed their eyes and they pressed the button, and they put it out there, okay? And it's taken them 2 years, in fact, more than 2 years, almost 2.5 years now to get to where they are now. But people have got a very short memory and people, like to complain. That's unfortunate about people. So I'm not going to worry too much about the complaints, to be honest, at this point in time. The variables just need to settle, really. It is a problem that there's the fact that you're going to do the same job twice is a very real possibility, and that is what everybody's trying to avoid.
To level off.
Look how long Zibo didn't put out any fixes. Nobody wants to do double work, man. And that's just sad, but it's part of the game. It's part of the deal.
Flaps 5 set. Localizer capture.
I had an interesting thing. Okay, right. Oh, wait. Oh, somebody's at the gate. Hold on. Yeah. Now, tell you what, when you start dealing with people in the actual commercial industry, the certifiable flight sim industry, not the games, not the people who think they know what they're talking about. I'm talking about the actual engineers, the actual aeronautical engineers, the actual pilots, the actual guys, like we did that meeting with these other guys who's linked up with Inyo. When you talk to those guys, they only build proper sims on X-Plane. They don't go to all kinds of other fancy places. And there's very, very technical, very, very proper reasons for it, for doing what they're doing. And it's fascinating. I agree, Eugene. So, tell you what I'm also planning, okay, the next flight will be from here back, but I'm going to do that in 2020. All right, because I've got actual scenery for both airports in 2020, which I don't have in X-Plane 12 yet. I've got the scenery in X-Plane 11, but they need to upgrade still. So, not sure when I'm going to stream that one, but that will be my next stream. I'm going to fly back. If it's at night, I won't do it, because then we're going to miss the beauty of it. There's no point. But then I'll fly in America or somewhere. But if it is a day flight, no, coming in on finals.
I'm taking off right now.
All right, okay. I will do this one when we can see what we're doing.
Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for landing. Flaps 15 set. Flaps 30 set. Ready for landing checklist.
Are these airports you are using default with Christer fixes? Well, yeah, I've put most of his files in here, if not all of them. So if it is one of the ones he worked on, it would be his. So there's that.
1,000 feet stabilized.
Taxi lights on.
Yes, Patty, in the entertainment zone, yes, you're 100% correct. In the commercial zone, not a chance. There's 0 numbers in Microsoft side. They don't do commercial sims. It's not certifiable, so they can't use it. But in the entertainment space, they obviously kick ass. Bergamo traffic Skymatix 001, short finals, runway 28 left.
400.
Runway 28, whatever.
300. Approaching decision height. 2
Thanks, Tommy.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brake up. Reverse unlocked.
Yeah, I know we are all in the entertainment space, so I'm just saying it not to be funny, it's just to make the differentiation. So yeah, I agree. When Microsoft came in with a bang, nobody can argue with that.
Yeah. Great landing. You are professional.
I didn't see what my landing rate was. According to the ACARS, it's 168, but I don't know what you guys saw on the screen there.
I didn't see anything, but can be me.
No, it's fine. It's supposed to pop up on
171,
the...
Nico.
Sorry?
On the screen it was 171.
171, yeah. It pops up on the screen on the top left-hand corner for like 15 seconds and then it disappears. It goes away. Thanks, Rab.
Flaps up and set.
Thanks, guys. Stop, stop, stop. Parking brake set. Woo-hoo. We made it. After landing procedure.
After landing procedure.
Christer, I was thinking that maybe we must get you a little, what can we call it? A little bag with, you know, a rope that you can close at the top. So you can put all your marbles in there just before you take off. You know that one? We always talk about the marbles. Maybe we must look at something like that.
Complete.
Thanks, Christer. Shutdown procedure.
I'm not in front of the
Shutdown
computer,
procedure.
but I'm flying.
Okay.
Don't tell anyone, okay?
Ready for shutdown procedure. Shutdown procedure complete. Ready for shutdown checklist.
All right, thank you for telling me I'm muted, Tommy. All right, so no flight tonight. Remember, we're going out as a family. Tomorrow morning there will be a flight. You are all invited to come around and enjoy the last flight with Uncle John here with me for this visit to South Africa. And then tomorrow evening he goes back, so there won't be a stream because we're going to be at the airport, FAOR, Oliver Tambo, to see him off.
So thank you for your company. Thank you for your good wishes. And I can only wish you all safe flying. Enjoy.
Thanks, Uncle John. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, everybody on Discord. I see I've got messages. All right, not related. So, guys, that's it.